Hello and welcome to the Irish Hunting Podcast, brought to you by myself, Brendan Maguire, and Anthony Grogan. We're going to be bringing you all the best hunting, fishing and field sports from around the country. Welcome along to the Irish Hunting Podcast on episode 29. On this episode, we'll be bringing you the man, the legend that is Norman Mulvany. We'll be chatting all things Irish safaris and his plans for the 2023 season. We'll also chat about our fly fishing excursions to the Ardaire Springs, how we get on, highs, lows and all in between. Hope you all enjoy. Anthony Grogan.
Oh, Brenny.
What is going on, lad?
Good, man.
Any other cold beans this weather?
No, I brought there's tin out in the van for you.
Is there? You can fucking hold on to them.
No, that was the deal.
No,
that was the fucking deal.
I'm that hungry at the minute. I nearly would have ate them. It's a fact.
I think I should probably stay away from them, but anyway.
You probably should. Do you no fucking harm. No, do you no harm. What's going on?
All good, man. All good. I was just thinking, before we move on to our news slot, cold beans. You were saying, as anything, the kiwi is another one that you don't agree with, but everyone else does. But
no one else does.
Your wife.
No, never mind. Sure, she's mad anyway. She married me in the first place.
Do you eat cereals like in the morning? No,
like breakfast cereals. Yeah. I do indeed. Yeah.
Do you mix them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mix like different types.
Yeah.
Two specific types. Yes.
What is it?
So one is fruit and fibre.
Yeah.
And crunchy nut clusters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and a few of them. What are you thinking here?
Oh yeah, I do the same.
What do you do with?
A Weetabix in the bottom, a couple of Rice Krispies or crunchy nut cornflakes, and maybe top it with muesli.
Yeah, I wouldn't be totally against that idea. Muesli's a bit dry now, but
yeah, with the raisins.
The raisins are fucking savage, man. Yeah,
I got a packet the other day, man, and you have to the raisins must have went through them on fucking stilts, man. There's none of them.
Yeah. I hate that. I do always mix it, give it a good mixing up before you start pouring it out.
The fruit and fibre you were saying, the dried bananas and stuff were nice.
Savage, absolutely savage, man. I like that now. I do. That's weird for going into that conversation.
There you go. Anyway, sorry. I just think of that today.
Come on, no, keep them coming. Keep them coming. Go here. We're on the Killarney Brewing Company.
This is good stuff.
Savage stuff.
Blonde.
Blonde, golden spear.
4.8%, and it is, it's very, very easily drank, isn't it?
It's absolutely delicious, man. You can't beat it. I just, even picking them up, like going in and picking them up with ice cold.
Yeah.
You just cannot fucking beat it.
And the bottle looks cool as well.
It does, it's deadly. It's just
real old school.
It's not a bit bigger. Yeah, it is actually a real old style bottle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Killarney Brewing Company, keep it up. Whatever you're doing, it's good stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
cheers,
class. Man. Cheers. Good luck and good health. Come here, busy week. Busy weekend.
Yeah, we've had a busy couple of weeks, haven't we?
Busy week ahead is right.
Yeah, before we and Brenny were just chatting off air. It's been a hectic couple of weeks. We've been rolling literally from the comp, and we did the cooking thing, and we've Leinster House kind of on our radar.
Yes,
and obviously the fly fishing day on Saturday, and
that was savage.
It was savage.
We're going to be talking more about that, but that was absolutely fucking savage.
We hit it from the very first minute in the morning. We hit it on the head, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's been, and then
hectic.
Yeah, the gear, the hoodies and stuff. There's been phenomenal interest, and thank you to everyone who's getting one. You know, we won't be rich out of them, but it's great to see the support, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we're getting another batch. We'll be putting up some more pictures and stuff for those who haven't seen them, some of the merchandise, and keep an eye on that page. There's going to be a few other bits and pieces coming on
stream. Yeah,
absolutely. Let's talk fly fishing. Will we first? Will we take off? We'll do the news. The news. The news section. Right,
for anyone that can't see, Brenny has it's fantastic. He's wrote out the news and all.
I took my time writing that, okay? Yeah. So you should be well able to read that.
He had to read it out to me before we come on air. Could you maybe do this in Braille or something, though?
Fucking such a prick. Go on.
Oh, you got my name right, yeah. My start in the news.
I'll start a news, will I?
You should have wrote that down there, man.
I'll start a news.
Very professional.
This is fucking brutal, boys. Worse we're getting. Fucking worse we're getting. Come here, first things first, definitely give a big shout out to this because we've been down there at the weekend. This is coming up at the Spring Angling Fair in Ardaire Springs in County Kilkenny, 29th and 30th of April. Gates open at 9 a.m, I think, for the car park, and the show starts at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
You're going to have some celebrity guests, fly fishing and tie-in tutorials, and loads of stands, loads of merchandise. It's class. Now,
isn't it?
It is class,
yeah.
Isn't it? It's such a lovely fucking place too. Like.
And the people that run it, Ned, a big shout out to Ned.
Ned, absolute gentleman, legend.
Yeah. Get down
Genuine.
there, and there's going to be, I think, promotional deals on the day.
Yes.
So you'll get to maybe,
I think,
bag a bargain.
is your man coming over from Mackenzie Rods?
George, I think, mentioned that as well, yeah.
Listen to us talking about Mackenzie Rods.
As if we knew
See?
all about
Well,
it.
we know a bit more now than we did last.
I tell you one thing, when you have them in your hand, you know about it, don't
Oh,
you?
be the Lord Jesus Christ Almighty,
Yeah.
man. I took out my Shakespeare rod here
Did you, yeah?
yesterday, yeah. And I was
Have a
just
little
like,
look at it.
I was like, I was so disappointed.
Well, yeah.
It's so, oh man,
Different.
absolutely, 100%. That Mackenzie rod is, you had it,
Yeah.
you had it, and you were getting a little bit too much success with it.
Yes,
So
I had to give it over to
I
you.
had to give it over to me.
But it feels
Oh, it's beautiful.
just,
I'd love to know how much the reel was.
I don't know. Now, what George had said to me beforehand, like, and I have to say, if you're listening, George, I'm sorry I doubted you, right?
Yeah.
But when he was telling me about the different rods and the different,
Yeah.
I was saying to myself, come on.
Yeah. No,
You won't ever know.
not at all.
But I got that thing in my hand and I did not want to let it go.
It's like, it's just so smooth, so light,
yeah.
the reaction from it, even down to when you have the fish on the rod, you know,
Yeah.
and obviously especially mine because it was massive.
Oh,
But
Jesus Christ.
but the sensation coming through the rod,
Isn't
man,
it?
unbelievable.
And when I switched to the rod that you had the first time, and it was probably in a grand rod if you know the rod in your hand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but it just felt so different. you
yeah,
know?
yeah, 100%, lad, definitely.
No,
Yeah,
I never
yeah,
thought,
yeah.
like, and that's after one day's fishing. I never thought I'd be saying that.
No.
So George, you were 100% right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry for doubting you.
No, yeah, I never doubted you. Just going to put it out there.
Thank you for that.
But yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, as the very famous saying goes, you can't bait a good rod in your hand.
No.
That hit.
Jesus. What date is that on?
So I already said it. The 29th and 30th of April.
29th and 30th of April. Filth.
Head down there. It's actually, and it's really handy to get there as well, isn't it? So
It
it's
is,
literally
yeah.
a couple of minutes. Is that the M7 we run
Yeah, yeah.
down? I think we turned off for, where did we turn off for? Mull.
Oh, jeez, man. No,
I can see now.
I wasn't keeping track. But when you come off the motorway, you're only
Yeah,
couple of minutes
Mull
away.
Navat.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, it was only a couple of minutes from there. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a piece of place to get to.
Yeah.
Savage place. I was just thinking, like, imagine if you had a bit of ground at your house. Obviously, like, this is a big area, but if you
Yeah.
had like a smaller version of that.
Oh, it'd be
It's
fantastic. man.
absolutely unbelievable. So it was, yeah.
It's a great setup, and what I liked about it. Look, we'll talk about it more in detail, I suppose, when we finish the news. Get down to the Spring Angling Fair, get yourself a bargain.
Yes.
I think there'll be bits of fishing on the day.
Bring the kids. There's a cool little thing they're going to do, tutorials for kids, and the kids will get little. I think they're going to get like a diploma at the end of it to say they took part and the whole job lot.
Brilliant.
So bring the kids.
Kids are free, as far as I know, is it?
I'm not actually. It didn't say it on the oak, but I think you could be right.
I think I'm sorry, Ned, but they are now. I know. I'm almost sure they're free.
Brilliant. Get down.
So yeah, get down.
Bring them down there. And when we were down there, there was, people made a real family day of it, and that wasn't, didn't it?
Oh,
There was like a wife and
picnic,
husband and
with a couple of kids out with just rods and floats and
floats,
yeah,
fly fish and worms and all. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So get down to that.
No, that's brilliant.
Yes, you're up next.
Oh, what do you?
Well, there's no point looking at me. Come on.
Right. There was a fox entering a calving shed. That's what.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Give me that.
But I'm fucking reading the bit. We're getting really high tech. We're talking about getting a screen up in the studio and there's going to be like what do you call that thing? Like
what?
Roll it there, Roshi. You know that? We have to get somebody to type it up for us.
Yeah, we're like Joe Rogan. Yeah.
Yeah, I seen this on Facebook, and seemingly because when I posted on Facebook, there was some people said that's a common occurrence.
I didn't know that.
I never heard of that.
Never heard of that.
So seemingly there's I think the Irish Farmers page have it. There's a fox was seen entering a calving shed, and there's a vet report further fox attacks on the calf. So they're sitting up waiting for a cow to calf.
Exactly. And we have you seen the video where like the fox kept coming?
Yeah,
and the cow had kept going and. So you can imagine them.
Yeah, cow in distress, or even a cow half calving. You know what I'm saying? Maybe under pressure to calve.
Yes.
And a fox sitting waiting. So
there you go.
Yeah, and this is through nothing, in my opinion, only because they've been let to get so populated. Yes. They're becoming smarter. You know, and look, that's what they'll do.
And their food source is probably getting scarcer. We've less rabbits than we've ever seen probably before. Yeah. So they're trying alternative.
I wonder that is on that, Bernie. That would have to play a big part in the amount of foxes with the amount of rabbits, would it?
Yeah, I'd imagine it would. There's a savage amount of foxes. There's fuck all rabbits. Now I know the buzzard is obviously,
he's peeling them as well.
He's peeling them as well. But sure. Then you've seen a lot of other places. They're becoming a lot more domesticated. Do you know what I mean? They're running into back of people's houses, and then you have people feeding them, and so.
And complaining when they're biting then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know what I'd be feeding them, but anyway. Yeah.
6.5 by 55.
That's shocking.
Like, what do you call a lad with a missing tooth?
Classic. Right, I'm up next. We want to talk about this. This is serious stuff, boys and girls. So the Wild Bird Open Season public consultation. It's still open. So that's where we need people to get on board. You go onto the gov.ie website and you can basically fill out a sort of a questionnaire type thing. Yeah. Submit it. Get your say. Because if we don't, they'll turn around, they'll make the seasons will be a lot shorter. Yeah. So we need to educate them on what is there and what we're seeing. Closing date is the 3rd of May for that. So still a couple of weeks. Get on and do it.
Yeah, and that's, look at, we've preached this a couple of times on the show. I think there's no point in whinging and complaining when the woodcock season is reduced and the snipe season is reduced, and possibly some others like even the types of vermin shooting and stuff like that. So if you don't get on and give the factual information, rest assured there's other people who are going to give their version of the aforementioned factual information. Yeah. So we need to give actual, accurate data so that it can be monitored and properly policed and properly administered then,
Absolutely. Yeah, it's your chance. As Anthony said, there's no point in turning around now in a couple of weeks and whinging and moaning, pissing and moaning if we decide that they're doing away with snipe shooting for this year or whatever the case may be. This is your chance.
Yeah, absolutely. So by the 3rd of May, so you've 1 or 2 weeks really left. Yeah. It takes 5 minutes. I did it
I don't know a good way to go.
It's 5-6 minutes.
Yeah, that's all it is.
It's a tick box.
Exactly. It's fucking easy. You're not looking for access. Just get on and do it.
And I know, just to finish that final point, I know because we got a lot of feedback. Oh, don't be giving them any, giving them a rod to beat you with. Now, that day is well and truly past.
Yes.
It's well and truly past. So if you're relying on that, it's game over. You know what I'm saying? If 100%. You're relying on that.
Yeah, without doubt, you have to have your say.
Yeah, absolutely.
That,
No, my slot. Leinster House, Wednesday the 19th, we're up there 5 o'clock meeting Mr. James Lawless. And I don't know what else he has planned for us, but we will be meeting him there. And look, I'm very sorry, lads, from both of us here, because we have been just snowed under. We cannot literally keep back with the messages that are coming through. Yeah. And we're trying our very, very best. We've formulated questions based on the report, based on the feedback that we're getting from all of you guys. Yes. So we're trying to incorporate as much of that as we can while keeping it kind of, what would you say, media friendly. What we can't do is go up there and start, I want this and I want demanding. No. We're not there to do that anyway. We're there to get the political view on the report. Yes, exactly. And to try and open or get some sort of consultation going between us and them. Mm-hmm. We're going to be trying to be the medium, I suppose.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Be the medium. And of course, we are obviously going to kind of stress the point to them that, and probably repeatedly ask the question why they're not engaging with all the various groups out there. Yeah. They need to, every and all groups, And
what we want to do then is become the kind of the pipeline between the both, Yeah, exactly. Like we're not, nor do we want to sit on any committee or any type of stuff.
No, definitely not.
But what we want to do is we want to get people at the table. Yeah. So we want to give sort of if people by all means keep messaging, keep the emails coming, keep all of that because we are taking stock of them. We might be getting back to you as in responding because it's just the vast amount of them. But we are taking all the questions, because a lot of the questions are generic. The same questions are coming back up. So we formulated a list of questions, and we're hoping to have some materials on the day that'll hopefully we'll be able to show the minister and or James, and so we're hoping to educate
them. Exactly right. Yeah, exactly.
Is that fair enough?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sounds good, man. Yeah. Deep. That's it. News over now. News over now, lad.
Very good.
Next thing, obviously, we're going to bring Norman on again. We had Norman on. Norman had a great weekend. He was over at the Stalking Show over in, where did he say it was, Staffordshire?
Yeah.
Jeez,
it looks savage. His stand was savage.
His stand was class, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Look, I think it sums the man up himself. He doesn't do things we have. So
no.
It was fantastic looking. I think. Look, it spoke for itself. I've seen some of the celebrity hunters. I cheekily asked, because I've been trying to get Rachel Carey's. I followed her since I was on Instagram.
Yes,
and she's a female, obviously female clay shooter, hunter, and an extremely good chef with all things game and stuff.
Yes.
So I cheekily put up. He's bringing her over.
That's correct. Yeah. Yes.
And I just asked, would she be interested in coming on the podcast when she's over? So, Norman will even go down there and we'll have a few old pints.
Yeah, I'll definitely want to go down for a few pints. Definitely, man. Yeah, definitely.
And we'll record a podcast half cut.
It'll actually probably work smoother, man.
Yeah, it probably will, man. Yeah, probably will.
It'll probably be done properly for fucking once. Yeah. So, it looked class. I would love to have over to that show. It was deadly.
Yeah,
it was all like, as Norman said, it was everything stalking related. Like, it was just everything from top to bottom, for his knives, guns, ammunition, different materials, shows, the whole job, lad. So it looks. I
was talking to Norm today actually, and we were just chatting about how we get on, and he said, look, he was treated like a king over there, and that's like, for a man coming over from Ireland, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
I would have, probably had preconceptions about maybe like maybe not being welcomed with open arms or something.
True.
Incorrectly,
exactly.
Because he's obviously advertising to pull people over to here rather than England and stuff,
Yeah.
Or Britain. But he said he couldn't have been treated any better, and just got me thinking, like, I'd hope that would be the case over here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'd hope that it would. I suppose, look, it's like everyone's not guaranteed, but
no, I just think. Look, we've seen a bit of it in the last couple of weeks, I suppose, with the some of the negativity. You know what I mean? We do get a little bit from time to time, and it's. I think it's just unwarranted. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just not. It's not.
No.
And like we're no more than anyone. Like we're doing this as it's a labour of love. It's passion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
And you'd swear you were trying to fucking crucify somebody.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but it's like that, man. Everyone has an opinion on everyone, don't they? Like, that is the way it is. It's unfortunately especially within our I suppose industry. It's everyone. Yeah. There's loads of people out there who think me and you are bollocks, and that's just unfortunately the way it is. Yeah. We want.
And I think, look, we wanted, probably our aim at the start of it, probably maybe naively. I don't know. Maybe we wanted to kind of bring a kind of unity between hunting and fishing and stuff. Yeah. But Jesus, man, like, I put up a picture of, maybe a deer or something on one of the kind of fishing pages. What's that got to do? Like, and I was there, I'm sorry, you know what I mean? We were kind of trying to get the podcast advertising, get it out there, at the time. Yeah. And I was thinking, like, would I stop and comment on somebody who put...
No, definitely not.
I wouldn't have the time or the fucking...
Yeah.
Just...
yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Do you know, like, or would that same person, say for instance, somebody was, putting up a poster in a shop, like,
of, would someone stop in the street and go,
what are you doing?
Why you wouldn't have?
No, they wouldn't. No, they risk getting it.
Exactly. They'd be fired.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. They wouldn't fucking do it, man. Just like I gave an example. I was in. I won't mention anybody's names, but I was in a.
Mention it.
No, no.
John, you prick. You know who you are. I swear I wouldn't make that up.
No, but I was talking to a fella. It's probably 2 or 3 months ago. I'd say easily now at this stage, and I mentioned another person within the industry's name, and straight away, he's only a fucking bollocks, that lad. He's this, that, and other. He's the whole fucking lot, And I says to him, well, this is that's one thing I have noticed is this podcast. Everyone has an opinion on everyone. And I said to him, the amount of people that told me you were a bollocks. Yeah. Yet here we are talking. I said, so I don't pass much heat on it, to be honest. And his face just dropped. Like, I'm sure that's always the way it is, man. Sure, fuck it, you can't do sleep over the meeting.
Look, I think especially in Ireland, I don't know what it is, man. We have this kind of, maybe it's the 800 years of fucking oppression or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. That anyone that seemed to be doing decent or doing well or maybe trying to do something, is seen as a bollocks. You know, but I have a rule. I've tried to maintain it from the time I start. I will make my own judgment as best I can. Yeah. And until somebody does something on me, I have nothing against it.
No, exactly, man. Without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah.
You know, and then, but if they do, I will
not lose any sleep.
Well, yeah. I wouldn't. I'd be very loyal.
Yeah.
But if you fucking do me, man, that's it. Right? That's the way I'd be.
Exactly. Yeah.
You'd be probably the same yourself.
Yeah. You only get the one shot, as the fella says. Yeah. Fucking sure.
It's up to you, pair of pricks who don't meet. You're listening there. You know who you are. I'll take it to the grave.
He will.
I will. Yeah.
Joking.
And maybe a couple of them with me. I know. I'm only joking. It's the beer talking. I haven't had since fucking yesterday.
Holy fucking! It's only 4.8%. That's so holy divine Jesus. Come here. We bring this interview with Norman.
Yeah,
sounds good.
Let's get it going.
Let's have a listen to this, and hope you all enjoy.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Untethered and Wanderwise, where adventure has no age limit. We're your co-host Heidi Brandist and Nikki Mahundro, and we're here to inspire and celebrate women over 45 who are embracing their independence and want to explore the world on their own terms.
The man that needs absolutely no introduction, Norman Mulvany. Welcome to the Irish Hunting Podcast. How are you keeping?
Thank you, lad. Yeah, good to have me back. Good. I'm sitting in here on a poxy wet evening. Yeah. Sitting by the fire. Well, I was sitting by the fire until you called me. Yeah. I'm actually watching the rerun of the Love Hate series in there all day.
Oh, no, not a bad way to spend it. Not a bad way to spend it.
Like a big hot bowl of Irish stew, and I'm happy enough for the evening, so I am.
Ah, sure, fuck it. That's the only good thing about weather like that is you get to appreciate stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. What's happening?
Norman, before we kick this off, we have to just put something to bed here because this other fella, right?
Yes.
Every week on the fucking podcast, another 2 yards gets added onto this fucking shot, you know?
No. So, lies.
Are you going to tell him, or like tell him that it was actually when he was lining up to take a shot, you fucking took the shot?
No.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No. Norman.
There was blanks in his gun. We send him out with blanks just in case.
I wish I could actually say that it was my shot, but no, it was all Brendan's doing. I just encouraged him on, and he was going to get a slight nudge in the back of the head if he had to pull the fucking shot.
Well, the next time, give him a kick just as he's about to take it, maybe. No. save the rest of us having to listen to it for the next.
What we'll do next year is, what we'll do for this season, we'll have to aim for like a 500-meter shot.
No hassle, Norman. If I could do 457, I'll do 550. No problem.
We can do
the day's work ready.
We can do a 500 with ease.
Yeah, there'd be no fucking hassle. I like to see Grogan going now. Sweet mother Jesus. I seen deer 60 yards in front of the hood. He couldn't even see them. When you leave me alone.
Well, I tell you, every time the he raises that glass of beer to his mouth, I've noticed that glass for going more lopsided.
Wait to see me by the end of this interview.
This should be good. So we're all settled down at Norman. Was it 405 metres? Am I right?
Absolutely correct.
Absolutely correct. Now, there you go, Grogan. Look, Grogan, he's fucking raging. Oh, Lord,
is that imperial or metric?
No, I have to say...
We'll move on now. We'll put the better. So, 20 yards.
No, thoroughly enjoyed that. I put that up there as probably the highlight of the whole season.
It was a good morning.
It was a savage morning. Great old crack. Scenery was absolutely unbelievable. And, start to finish, it was brilliant.
She couldn't be in better company either, so you couldn't for more.
Sure, man, without a shadow of a doubt, would highly recommend it. Giving you 5 stars, lad, without a shadow of a doubt.
And I know breakfast roll afterwards even better again.
And I would fuck a breakfast roll that you ended up having to pay for.
You couldn't go right. That's right, Jay. Anthony, you actually pulled a quick one. Right, he says, he
pulls that on us all.
I said, no, you're grand. No, he says, I'm getting the breakfast. So he went up for the pay for the food, right? He'd no fucking money on him.
Oh, sure. That's an out Broadford trick. That one is.
No. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Hackettstown, in its infinite wisdom, is the only place in the world, right? I get it if she says we don't take card, but she says we don't take card until after 11 o'clock.
Hackettstown hasn't woken up yet.
I said, well, fuck me, that's a good one. I never heard that one.
Yeah, it's a slow kind of... It was like a slow transaction order thing.
They don't pay tax on it until after 11 o'clock. Okay, holy shit.
It's a bit like getting beer on a Sunday in the supermarket, not till after 10, 11 o'clock.
Yeah. As if it matters.
As if it matters. Oh, stop.
Come here, Norman. What have you been up to? What have you been up to since the
what have you been doing?
Season stopped?
I put away.
You're freezing. We just lost you.
I watched routine at the end of the season, and I was straight into the fishing. Then like a week later, I think it was.
Sorry, we lost you there for a split second there, Norman.
Yeah, there's like a signal bad. No, it's just over the weather.
Yeah.
The place what I done was on the last day after the last hunt, I oiled the guns out, washed all the clothes, put them all away, and I don't want to look at a gun. I don't want to look at a knife or hunting clothing until the first of this year, coming on the 9th.
Yeah, okay, deadly. Yeah. Yeah, you've done some amount of it, in fairness.
We've been flat out like and putting in like a lot of miles, a lot of hours, which I actually noticed in the last 2 months. I'm getting like a belly again. That's the first.
You're like a squirrel.
First thing that I noticed was that all of the hiking every day, I'd be keeping on the weight, looking nice and trim, and I'm starting to look my age now again, unfortunately.
Not a bothering you, lad. Not a fucking bothering.
I'm just putting on that pot belly again, but I won't be long to get that down again. Like,
there's definitely 6 months left in you, Norman. You'll be all right.
Oh, yeah, I figure out something. But when you're sitting on the boat every day and you're eating snacks and sweets and cans of Coke and whatnot, like you know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't be long getting heavy again, so you wouldn't.
You would not. No, exactly. Come here, let's say it to you. You had a couple of big names hunting with you this year. One of which is Hunt and Steph, who we're going to have on the podcast now shortly.
She's a legend. I swear to God, I've had so many over the years that have came from, like from all over the world. I've had like American snipers that obviously couldn't be named. Who have actually served like in like the hard areas out in Afghanistan, out in Iraq, so we couldn't name them, stuff like that. We've had really well known hunters and the huntresses, but Stephanie was just one of a kind.
Right, brilliant.
Just one. I mean, I'm not saying that anyone else in the past hasn't been.
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah.
I mean, everyone that we've had here, we've always had like a fantastic time with, but Stephanie just went that extra length for that stag, and she really proved that she can actually hunt.
Brilliant.
I mean, I offered to backpack that stag out, and the boys were all saying, "Go on, you lazy bastard, you wouldn't do it." I offered to do it, but no, it was all her doing, and she wanted to hunt the stag, put the stag down, do all the field dressing, and then also open her back with it and go. And she hiked for, could be wrong, but she hiked for probably 2.7, 2.8K at least.
Jesus, man, that's fair going.
She's not a big woman. When you look at her up on social media, and Stephanie, if you're listening, I don't mean this in a bad way, but she doesn't look like a big woman on her picture, but she's actually tiny.
Yes.
She's a really she's frame.
Yes. Yeah. Jesus, something going. That's fair going.
You hear my fucking dog go mental. She's probably standing about 5'2" or 3.
She looks a lot taller.
She's very small frame.
Yeah.
Oh, no, she's not big at all. But she had no problems with that stag in her back. She fell once into the peat hags and she was stuck in the mud.
Right.
And myself and Aska had to get her out of the mud. This was like the journalist, and he was like a photographer. And then she stumbled once after that, but she never gave up. And I mean, she was under pressure. Because I knew she was.
Yeah,
Harness was on her back. She'd all them like all the strap pulled into her chest as well, and she was really under pressure, and she never complained once.
My God, yeah.
She never once whinged, and even if getting, that she's in Ireland, she's on a hunt, like she's a guest here, you could say, right, fuck all the manners here, I'm going to complain about this. She never once forgot herself.
Yes, fair play.
She didn't whinge, she didn't complain, she just kept going.
Brilliant.
I seen actually.
I was actually complaining more because of the walk back.
She had a post up today actually. I think it could have been with you, Norman, there on Instagram, where she was actually kind of bogged down in a bit of mud, and she had a post up. It's kind of like a hunter's duty to bring her quarry back, you know what I mean? So she's old school that way, which is good,
Yeah, I mean, like, she has commented before to me. She said that, like, she knows there's so many people, so many posts where some people will actually almost purposely stage a video or a picture, make out that they're after doing all the work.
Yes.
And she said, look, like, I could have that stick on my back for 10 seconds, take it off again for the picture, and then I can walk out and then you can drag it out. But she said, only I will know that I would lie to myself if I ever do that.
Yeah. No, fair enough.
I mean, she just put down the head and she just kept going, and every foot forward was actually progress, she said.
Fair play.
Yeah.
A hell of a nice woman, and Aska's a hell of a nice guy, and Nikolai. We're hoping that she is going to come back this year again.
Brilliant. Deadly. Yeah, no, I see it, man. Yeah.
We might all go on a session then together, huh?
Well, I'm up for that, lads. That's no bother at all.
100%. Grogan's on a session the whole time, Bo.
I knew I shouldn't have put on a video on this fucking thing.
Well, you would have known anyway. We would have guessed. Come here. Talk to us about fishing, Norman. You're flat out, obviously fishing, man. You're down on a couple of lakes.
Yeah, I'm on a couple of different lakes. I'd be mostly up in Ardaire. That's where the boat is left all the time. So, we're out once a week if we can, maybe even twice a week. There was even the morning there a few weeks ago where I had many plans to go. I had nothing packed.
Yeah.
And I was just having a rest. Just one of those fucking nights where you just can't sleep. And I was puffed and turning, and I was up at 4 o'clock going to the bathroom. At that stage, I was after coming wide awake, and I said, fuck it, I ain't going fishing. But I hadn't lunch made or anything, and I went downstairs and made up some fucking ham sandwiches, put on the flask, go up the batteries, go out the rods, and headed on my own.
Yeah.
That's how I do it. I'm just having the crack. I was up there, my young lad. They opened the morning for a trout up in Ardaire. The winds were brutal, and I couldn't get up there. And I think we held off until the Saturday or the Sunday, myself and Connor. And we went out for trout only, and we got 17. He had a new personal best. It was a 55 centimetre. We didn't weigh the fish, but it was a nice, healthy weight for a trout. So we had a good day, and I've been up every single week since. I haven't missed a week, I don't think, after the pike and after the trout.
And come here, this is obviously something you kind of incorporate. So anyone that's listening out there that doesn't know, obviously you're a professional guide, a stalker, but you also will bring people over as a fishing guide. You'll do.
Yeah, I mean, like, the hunting is my business, as everyone knows. But I'm kind of hoping this year just to have like the odd 2 or 3 days a week where if people are looking to go after a pike or trout or perch, like the offer's there to do it.
Brilliant.
Because I just love being on the water either way. So if people want to come along, I've got the boat, we have all the equipment. I mean, I've invested heavily in all the electronics. We've the latest stuff on the boat. We've got extra life jackets, everything is brand new. We've got about, I think at the last count, I had 14 rods for trout. Don't ask me why I have so many. I've got about 7 or 8 pike rods, and look, I just love being on the water fishing.
Yeah.
Even if I blank, if I catch something, I catch something. But look, like, it's a good day out.
Yeah, look, 100%, definitely. Yeah, it's great, fucking great.
It's a deadly looking boat as well, Norman.
It's a good boat. I am hoping to get something bigger now next few weeks, all going well according to the bank. We'll have to see if they like me enough. But yeah, it's a good boat. I bought it off Simon Gibson, so he would have had that boat there for guiding for like a number of years, and he never had any hassle with that boat. It's almost 17 foot long. She'll be 6 foot on the beam. She's a Yamaha 40 on the back, and she plows through every wave. I mean, I've been up in some horrible weather up in Ardaire and never had a problem with that boat.
Brilliant.
It's a good boat. No, she might be for sale shortly, so all depends on the bank. All depends.
Yeah. Sure, look at this. They're the hard ones. We'll hopefully we'll be joining you for days fishing if Anthony ever gets this full.
Well, look, I've already gave out the invitation, so once we can plan something, lads, together, we'll go up there for half a day trout and half a day on pike and perch.
You might have to bring the tone rope now to get us along behind you quicker.
yeah, exactly.
Look, lads, like it's a bit of crack. I know some boys and they take it I'd say almost 2 series, and then I mean, I go up there for the crack with a couple of ham and cheese back sandwiches, of the flask of tea, of a packet of wine gums, and my hula hoops.
Yeah. Away you go.
I'm happy just throwing along there for the trout, having the few goodies and having my sandwiches and talking to the swans half the time, and look, like, it's a bit of crack.
Exactly. And I think as well as that, just what you were saying there, I would strongly recommend for anyone that's thinking of getting into fishing. I suppose it's like a lot of things. Like, it's nice to be out on the water. Yeah, it's lovely to be out on the water and experience everything like that. But if it's something that you are thinking of taking up or you want, give yourself the best opportunity. Like, while it's nice to be out on the water and it's nice to be out in nature and all that, but if you're going to be sitting there for 8 or 9 hours, you want to be catching some fish. Because it'll be hard if you spend 8 or 9 hours sitting there and getting fucking nothing. And there's nothing worse than, and I can attest to this, and Anthony, you know you'll attest to this.
Yeah,
it's bad enough if you're doing everything right, but you're not getting any fish. But if you're in a place and you don't know whether you're doing it right or wrong, and you're just so, I think it's a great idea to go out with the likes of yourself, who knows what he's at. I mean,
look, I'm not professional. As everyone knows, I only started pike fishing just over 3 years ago, but I've been reading, I've been watching guys, I've been out with the best guys in the country. Yeah. Myself, Willie and John, all the lads I fish with, and every day is like a learning day on the lake.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
If it's overcast, you have to see, the hook cutter lure will work on an overcast day. If it's a bright day, what lure will work? If it's too calm, what do you do? If it's too windy, what do you do? Every day you're learning. And I don't care if you're fishing for 5 weeks or for 5 years or for 50 years, every day you're learning.
Yes. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely.
And it is literally a learning curve, because like I'm only, as you know, probably starting fishing this year, and it's daunting when you're coming into it first, but you don't be long about getting picking up tips from the likes of yourself and looking online and stuff. There's plenty of information out there, and as Brenny was saying there, it's a great idea as well. Hook up with somebody like yourself and get out there, and you'll pick up more in a day like that than you will probably, as Bernie said, 3 or 4 times on your own there, not knowing what you're doing wrong and stuff like that, Yeah,
the one thing that I would say to anyone that's going out fishing, I mean, look, like I said, I know, well, I wouldn't be like any of the fucking, fucking like professional, but lads, spend as much as you can on your life jacket.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
And we seen something 2 years ago. Now, I won't say that what happened over this, but I seen a lad that skimped on a life jacket and it cost him €40 second hand, and it didn't even have like an air or like a gas tank in it.
Yes.
It was never in it.
Holy fuck. Yeah, there you go.
So if something had gone wrong and he was overboard, if he was even knocked out, he was fucked.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I swear by the Baltic ones, I buy them up. I get them in Sweden. They're shy of €200 each, but I mean, look, it's either spend that amount on your life or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, there's
no point spending a couple of $100 on rods and gear and stuff and then falling overboard and not being able to.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Should I have lures there that cost me like €120? So
there you go.
If I can spend that on one lure, and if I can't spend that on like a life jacket, like there's something seriously wrong there.
Yeah. Now you just remember, Maria could be listening to this, Norman. So just go easy with some of them figures there.
Oh, she knows too well. At one stage here, there was talk going around. that the courier was spending more time in the house than I was. But I have them all well tuned in now, so whenever DPD comes out of Wild Hunter, I have to leave the stuff at the back wall or in over the hedge. And I get a text off JJ or off of Mikey saying, Norman, it's there or it's there.
But I tell you, we the man on during the week, I don't know where you were listening to or not, but he had his priorities all right. He named his in the list of priorities, his missus was fourth. So and he had no issue in telling her. So I tell you.
And the gas thing was she came onto Facebook last night and she reaffirmed it. That is in fact.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
The way that it is. So.
You want a good life jacket if you said that around my house, wouldn't you?
Stop. It mightn't be enough, I don't think.
No. Come here. You're heading over to the show, it's called the Stalking Show in the UK.
It's in Staffordshire, yeah. It's in the showground. So that's on this Saturday and Sunday. So we're heading over Friday morning by ferry out of Dublin. We get into Holyhead and then we have a drive of just over 2.5 hours. So the plan is we're going to go straight up to the showgrounds. We're going to be setting up my stand for maybe a couple of hours and meeting people over there. Then up to the hotel, and then we start. We've an early start actually Saturday morning because anyone that actually has a stand there has to be in the ground before 7 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So we're the first Irish ones that will be at the show. Last year it only started up and there was no one there from Ireland. And I had actually booked in, but then I had the Lockery fishing competition. So I went I was away fishing for the week instead. So this year I said no, the World Cup can wait till next year. And yeah, we've got a stand there. So very, very excited. Like we're going to have Zeiss going to be at it. Arkela, all of the big names are going to be at this show for the weekend.
Brilliant. So anyone, I suppose, over in the UK or otherwise that's thinking of coming to Ireland for to do a guided stalk, they'll get to
I'd have all the information there. I have like a big stand on the balcony. We'll have all the information for hunting and of course for fishing also. And there could be a surprise announcement sponsor also after the weekend. So I won't say much for now, but we look to have another sponsor on board this year also. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, that's going to be exciting to do as well. So we're having some meetings over there at the weekend about this, and it looks like it'll happen. So hopefully now it'll happen. So that'll be also nice for us this year to do.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
And come here, Norman. Just going back to the fish. Just ask you, is it cat piece with the trout, or do you keep a few for the pan, or what way do you do it?
We caught 17 2 weeks ago, and we brought home one trout because it had been hooked heavy in the gills, and it was starting to pump a lot of blood. So we said, look, like we just bring it home for the pan, but for every trout that we catch, they're always released.
Okay.
Yes.
We always let them back. Always let them back, because I wouldn't be like a big avid eater of a trout anyway.
Yes.
I like a bit of salmon, stuff like that. So yeah, we'd always let them back, but they would wreck your head trying to catch them.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So I swear to God, it's talk about fishing being calm, and it's not when it comes to trout, because like you're doing everything right. You're just like the old school methods that always work anyway. I'd always go by the old school boys here.
Yes,
brilliant.
Yeah.
And the first thing that I always watch out for next month is like the mayfly time. And that will pull out every old angler. Now I don't mean old as in like a bad way, but every old school angler will be on their little lake boats and they'll be under the mayfly, and watch where they are, because where they are, that's like where the trout are.
Yes.
And you can't deny experience. You have lads that are fishing for 40, 50 odd years. They know where the trout are.
Yes,
very good.
So keep an eye out for the season, fellas, and don't stay.
Oh, I'm telling you, all watch out for the old school boy with the old methods.
Yeah,
that is that you actually laugh at sometimes, but you know what? They're always spot on with their methods.
Well, if you see this little green boat snaking behind you at a comfortable distance, Norman, you'll know who it is.
And a cordless drill and a wood bit in the you know what's happening.
Fuck, it's so crack. Norman,
come here. You're taking bookings now. Yeah, from now on, you're taking bookings for the.
You just broke up, Anthony. Have you no signal?
You're taking bookings now, Norman. Yeah.
Yeah, we're nearly fully booked up for our season already. Our season is almost fully booked, so we're hoping to actually fill what we have left now at the show in England.
Brilliant.
Very good.
We're probably hope maybe to book into next year again at that show, and then we have other plans also for like America for next year also, which I'll be letting into later on.
Brilliant.
Into the summer. So yeah, there's a few plans in store. We are going to have one very, very famous hunter in this year also, which would be nice to have as well.
Okay. But Jez, right? Can't give any date in the way yet, no?
No, but how could I say? He likes his fast boats and he likes his fast boats and he loves his movies. That's all I'm going to say.
Holy Jesus Christ! Okay, right. Okay, that doesn't fucking answer my question. I'm going to be thinking about that the whole night.
And you've heard of Warner Brothers?
Yeah.
There's been some good movies with them, so there has.
Jesus Christ! Now we have us thinking. Norman, I have to wrap it up. We're just about to run out of time on this. Thanks a million for coming on. The best of luck with the coming season. I know we're going to get down and we'll get out on the board with you. Thanks for having me. Before the season's out.
Thanks, Norman.
Anthony, take care. Anthony, you watch them beers we're drinking there this evening.
Slán, lads.
Have a good one, Norman.
Talk shortly.
Mind yourself, buddy. Take it easy. Cheers, man.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
And in true IHP fashion, we had a few little audio technical difficulties there, but we're back.
And we're back.
And we are back, lad. Come here, that was Norman Mulvany, of course, who everyone will know at this stage. If you don't, I don't know where the fuck you've been.
Yeah, he's some boy.
He's some boy, wasn't he? Oh yeah, proof of the pudding. Haha, we almost forgot. The proof of the pudding was there, lad. He talked about the shot of all shots.
Yeah, well, at least he could have 3. Yours was getting 5 yards now by the week.
It wasn't, lad. It wasn't. He said it himself. What did he say? He said he wished he had taken that shot. But sure, look.
I suppose it's there for all to see now, so I can't dispute it.
Exactly, you can't dispute it, lad. It was like them fucking trout who was catching there. Sure. They were nearly 400 yards away as well. I was waiting for someone to fucking say that.
He was fucking fly fishing with a hurricane in his back. I tell you, I wonder. I wouldn't mind having a nose at Norman's boat. I know we have our own Betsy going, but
it's savage, man. I've seen videos of it. It's fucking some yoke, isn't it? Savage, man. And he's talking about changing it.
Yeah,
we went
Norman. Sure, look aside. Yeah, you're after doing well there the weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a fucking celebrity.
We'll give it. Yeah, exactly. Fire it out there. We'll give it a good home, lad. Should be grand. We can put all Irish Safari stickers and everything on it.
Yeah, no bother. Yeah.
No hassle at all.
Yeah, I'd love to see that actually. Yeah, serious.
Deadly. Somebody kit. The show went well, I think, by all accounts. I think he's getting pretty busy. His schedule is looking good, so
I think he's fully booked nearly now already.
Yeah.
So
brilliant stuff.
Some big names coming over, and so even with the fishing, like, he's flat out there. So
flat out, man.
And rightly so. He knows his stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Asher Norman's an absolute legend. Yeah, and then again, I'll vouch for the course I went off Norman one day. Like, some of the places he'll bring you is absolutely unbelievable. Stunning, stunning, absolutely stunning. So yeah, an absolute legend. Come here. I suppose that'll bring us nicely onto
our fly fishing. Yeah,
let's chat a bit more.
What a day!
What a day. Was unbelievable. Yeah, about 2 hours drive from here. A bit less.
Yeah, a little bit less. Yeah.
You had a big day because you fucking were in Galway.
I left around 5, I think I pulled out.
Was it? Yeah, probably was. You were up here for
8. No, it was a little bit after.
It was a bit after, yeah.
No,
about 6. About 6. Yeah.
It was 6. So I got up, had an hour of coffee and hit the road. It was actually frost on the car, believe it or not. I had to defrost the car for about 10 minutes in Galway.
No way.
But that was beside the sea.
That was honest to God, yeah. But up the road in the Ford Ranger.
Well, yeah, up. Like, I took a couple of. Now I pulled in and took the pictures. I did.
Yeah, lying bastard.
I did.
There's no guards listening to this, are you?
They weren't out at 6 o'clock in the morning. No, but yes, it took some lovely. The sun rising and stuff over Galway Bay, and I would just that kicked the morning off.
Yep. Yeah.
And we hit here, and myself and yourself had the jumbo breakfast roll on the way.
Jumbo breakfast roll on the way down, lad, which was good. I would also say it was decent. And then down, and I couldn't believe in the time I just pulled into the spot, just savage.
Yeah, it was
savage.
It was.
I've never fished lakes like that before. You know, I've never. I just haven't done it. Brilliant. My first time to ever catch a fish in a fly.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sure, it's mine as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, but. I just the beginner's lake and stuff was great because you were catching one every couple of minutes.
Yeah, it was deadly, man.
Wasn't it?
I don't think we should be calling it the beginner's lake.
Yeah. Well, there was lads there now. They're about 6. And they're looking at us 2 eager, so delighted. Oh, there's another one. Robbing all our fish.
I was fighting one young lad with a pink fish rod as he go out. Fuck.
I was trying to fly cast over beside the other. That's not your float.
Get out of here. Savage there.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. George, and absolute Jesus Christ, he knows the stuff. He's passionate about it.
Oh, stop, man. And like, I just thinking to do, like, I messaged him there to say, like, he's stood beside us all day,
man. Like,
and barely threw a cast out himself. You know,
some patience.
Like, that's, you know,
exactly.
He's a great advocate for his sport, for his profession. You know, if it's because that's what it is. You know, he ties his own flies. He knows it inside out.
Inside out.
Even when we're chatting inside with Ned, you know, the two of them are talking. You know, what the think will work today, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, and the different things about tying different knots and stuff. And I was there going, "Oh Jesus, yeah, them boys know their stuff, without doubt." Yeah,
no, it was brilliant.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
What I'd like to say as well, Brent, for a beginner going down, like I was daunted a little bit. I said, "Geez, there's going to be lads down here to be, you know, kind of shooing you off, you know what I mean, or in the way, or you're a nuisance and stuff." But by the time you go in, like, Ned is there to help you. Yeah, he'll tell you, like, if you're a beginner, he'll tell you what, you know. He'll give you a rod.
Exactly, you can rent out rods.
You know what I mean? Any amount of gear. Yeah. Plenty of flies, which we lost quite a couple, so we were in and out fairly regular.
We bought the very last, what do you call it, a squirmy wormy?
Squirmy wormy.
I don't know if that's, I think George is taking the piss, man. I think he's, I'm not sure about, we got the last ever one of those. They were working a treat.
Weren't they?
They were class, man. Absolutely
but
brilliant.
Just shows you how things changed. Like when we went back out onto the big lake, then they kind of weren't, and then
they worked for a little while, didn't they?
Yeah,
we got a couple of takes,
and I think
and then we thought, what were them other things? They were like a beetle.
Yeah,
that was cool. I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
it was cool pulling them across the top of the water, wasn't
it? See the little V behind them. You know what I mean?
It was so cool, man. Yeah, it was deadly. It was,
and that was a monster in fairness you caught, man.
It was, man. It wasn't too bad.
It's the biggest fish you ever caught.
Like, it wasn't too bad.
It was 8 or 9 pound. George was saying, isn't that right?
I think it was around 10. He said.
Oh, look, here we go.
Well,
it'll be 12 by the end of the bottle.
He said, genuinely said to me, he said it was 10. I think he said it was around 10 pounds.
The fish had one eye, man. I wasn't going to say it.
Fishes. You probably pulled the other one out with a fucking bad cast.
I got one nibble on.
Did you not get in the big lake?
No,
not a thing.
No.
Jeez,
I got one nibble.
To catch a fish now.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I could have given you some of mine. I know, but you was the opposite in the smaller lake. I was nearly getting dick. Every time I look around, fucking.
Oh, here's another one. And we were double catching as well.
You must have caught a ball. You definitely caught 5 or 6 handy
in the first one. Yeah,
in the first one. Yeah.
That wasn't counting all the ones that got away at me.
Yeah, and there were some big ones in that lake too. Like, in all fairness, there was good sized ones in it.
My first one, George said it was about £3. You know what I mean?
Fucking hell, man. Yeah, it was definitely all at £3. Yeah, definitely. That was so cool. Some fight off them.
Like for a treat, or even the smaller ones, like the 1 and 2 pounders. Like, geez, they fight like mad. Even the smaller ones, I was saying to George, they're more active than the bigger ones, or they seem to be. You know, when you're trying to reel them in, you think you have them in next thing to fucker. And George, as George said, you know, if he's going to run, let him run. Yeah. And that's the difficult part, is knowing when he's going to.
Yeah. I struggled now. I lost 1 or 2, and I'll tell you where I struggled. I was struggled between what would you say, knowing how much to give him and when to let go. Once or twice, actually, I let go too much and he got off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I let the tension go. You have to kind of keep that tension on, but when it comes to a certain, let him run with it. Yeah. You know? So
it's a balance, that, and I think as you go into the bigger fish, that balance becomes more noticeable, if you know what I mean.
Like, here we are talking about now, and I am buzzing to go back fly fishing, man. It's my new favourite type of fishing.
Yeah.
I just cannot wait, man, for myself and yourself to be out on that boat and the mayfly hatching, man. I cannot wait for that.
And I tell you, you can see quite quickly how people become passionate about it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Man, yeah. And then as well as that, like, they were all, like, we talked to a few people, they were all fierce, nice and friendly, weren't they?
Jeez, they were willingly on to catch a fish.
Yeah.
And, do you know what I mean? Everyone's coming over. Well,
how'd you get on?
Short or next, you know, that type of thing, you know.
Good old
Jesus, some
camaraderie,
monsters fucking jumping out of it, man.
Mother of divine. I remember we were only there like 10 minutes and we were in, and this yoke jumped the
fucking Jaws. We were messing, weren't we? We were saying with Jaws.
I said someone had to fall into the fucking lake or what?
Yeah,
the splash up was unreal. Hey.
He was saying, what, 15, 16 pound in that?
Yeah. Your man Ned was saying definitely, or says there's definitely 16 pound trout. And I was like, fuck me. That one I caught was, say if that one I caught was 9 pound. Mother of the vine is like nearly twice that. Like,
yeah.
Some going.
Do you know what I love about the trout, especially, man? They're the rainbow. They're aren't they beautiful fish?
They're absolutely.
They're stunning,
beautiful.
Like, yeah.
Even when they're in the water, do you ever notice? Do you notice that this real blue
hue off them?
Yeah. Just they were beautiful now. Yeah,
it kind of reminds me, and I know, like, people are going to say, "Geez," but do you know the way? Here you are catching them, and you're saying they're beautiful as a fish, you know. But like, you know, when you look at a pheasant, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. They're stunning.
They're stunning.
You know? Man, absolutely stunning, and they've been there for, like, you know, how many years? You know what I mean? And it's just, I literally, like, what did I get from that one day? I want to further my career in fly fishing.
Yeah.
So what from that one day, that one experience on that lake, I have something else now I want to actively take part in. Genuinely, I want to be on the lake. I want to be fly fishing. I want to be on the river with the fly rod. 100%.
And look, I suppose we've the podcast to kind of thank for that. You know what I mean? Because I probably would have never done it, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, neither would I, man.
Like, how long have you had your fly rod out in the van?
Man,
you know,
I've you know that fly rod I was going to give you. I have that fly rod. I was only thinking about it the other day. I have it just shy of 20 years.
There you go. Yeah,
just shy of 20 years.
And see, if like what you said, you said it well a couple of weeks back. You know what I mean? If you get somebody to show you properly,
makes an awful difference.
It doesn't it? You know,
definitely. Like, there's certain things you can pick up in life on your own.
Yeah,
you know, there's certain things, you know, but, and I've no doubt if you know, eventually you would. But like, being on a river, doing all the right things and not catching fish is acceptable, because you know you're doing everything that you can. The fish aren't taken. But being on a river, spending day after day there, or a lake or whatever, not catching that, but wondering, sure, have I even an arse, you know, have I a hope? Like, what, you know what I mean?
And as well as that, Bernie, like, we're kind of multi-faceted, you know, because we rough shoot, we deer shoot, and now fishing as well. And like, each one of them is kind of like a singular hobby in itself, you know what I mean? You don't get very many people who do all of them, you know?
No, definitely no.
And look, it's a struggle for us to get the time to do it.
It is, but I think it's, you know, if there's one thing I love about this podcast, there's loads of things I love about, like, talking to some of the people and the messages we get and everything. It's fucking absolutely brilliant. But definitely it's kind of being in a situation where, like, you have to. You know what I mean? You kind of like, no, I have to go and fly fish now. And, you know, it's you know, kind of the driving force, do you know?
Honesty. If I'm being honest, all last week with, you know, busy week, and I said, oh, fucking, I have to leave Galway now at fucking 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But the minute I was on the road, the minute I got into the Jeep, that's what I'm saying.
Just can't wait.
And then I seen the sun coming up, and the sun was glaring in my eyes coming back up into the east, and knowing that you're gonna like, you were like a child, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. Yeah,
and
definitely.
What you said there as well, like with the you know, if you were only fishing and trying to learn how to fly fish, it wouldn't be so bad. But we're expanding our knowledge on game on deer.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you'd have very little chance of doing it if it wasn't for this. If it wasn't people like George, in fairness, you know.
Yeah, honest to God, yeah, exactly. Like, there's a lake not too far from here. Like, you can do all that, and I've never went to it. I just kind of never. But then, of course, George, you know, has such a character in the first place, that one. Then he invited us down, and sure, we couldn't wait to get down. It was brilliant. And I would urge anyone, it's like those things, if you want to give it a go, an ideal place to go. An absolutely ideal place to go.
Absolutely.
Ardaire Springs.
I'm just wondering, like, is there somebody that could guide you on the fly fishing? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I say, down in Ardaire Springs.
Yeah, because I don't know what his name was, but I actually seen there's cards there, business cards there for a professional guide or
tutor.
Yeah. So there definitely
very
is.
Good.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
I'd highly recommend that to somebody.
Absolutely.
If you were ever thinking of doing, like, even like, this is not a something that you have to do when you're young and stuff. Like
No.
Like there was an elderly couple. I hope I'm not being disrespectful, but it was a man teaching his wife how to fly fish.
That was deadly, yeah.
Wasn't it? And she's a lovely woman.
I laughed one stage. I shouldn't be saying
They
this.
give me a fucking rod.
I laughed at one stage. Yeah, she was casting on a fair play, like she was putting on some effort, but I could just hear, I was kind of over, and she kind of cast at one stage, and and then she turned to the husband and says, "Well, what was that like?" And he says, "No, you metabolics that."
That's what 40 or 50 years of marriage does,
He
man.
says, "Yeah, exactly."
Complete honesty.
Complete honesty. No, you metabolics.
Me and you were married at about the stage where you're saying, "I was all right."
Yeah, it wasn't
4 years
too
ago. It was
bad.
brilliant.
Yeah, oh no, that was class.
5
man.
years
No.
from now, give me the fucking rod.
Go home.
No. Yeah, and look at she was a lovely woman.
She was a lovely
yeah,
woman.
yeah.
She came over to me and she was chatting. She was dead sound. So
Yeah.
it was gas. It was brilliant. But yeah, definitely get out there and give it a go. I'd urge anyone. And then I'll say one thing about fishing. I noticed there's a good friend of mine, and he's big into carp fishing. You know, he's huge. He's not huge, but that's what he does.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't do any other type of fishing. And I know loads of lads that do coarse fishing, won't do any other type of fishing.
Yeah.
Do you know that sort of
Yeah,
way?
because
Isn't
if they specify in one type,
specifying
yeah.
that, like, and I think, like, if you I urge you, especially if you are someone that's keen interest in fishing, you'll absolutely fucking love this.
Love it. Yeah.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Yeah,
What I like about it, probably similar to yourself, it's active.
active. Yeah,
Do you know what I
exactly.
mean?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Like we were letting
definitely.
the squiggly wigglies.
Squirmy wormies.
Squiggly wigglies.
Squiggly wigglies. The fuck is that?
I don't know, man. This is good stuff.
Squiggly wigglies. What the
I fucking
fuck?
call them what I want.
Is that one of your pet names or something? Squiggly wiggly.
They fucking. I was you cast out count to 30 or 40. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like that. You're active. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then you're trying to get that little bit extra on the cast.
Yeah,
You're trying to direct it into a certain corner. You know what I mean?
But isn't that something that's very unique to fly fishing? It's an art, it is an art, I suppose, but it's because even when you're not, say, catching something, you're trying to constantly perfect that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I suppose, I don't know, it's like when you get a good one, you go, oh, that was
Yeah.
nice.
You
Like
know
maybe
the minute. Do you know
do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
When you get it, you go, oh fuck, that was deadly.
Yeah. The minute you let it off your hand,
deadly,
you know.
and the way it just folds out onto the water.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking lovely. Yeah.
And that
enjoy
pause when you're bringing it back.
it. Yeah.
George, what's it George said? This is fucking brilliant, right? So he said it's what the way
I know exactly what you're going to say. I know exactly what you're going to say.
it's fucking brilliant.
The phone.
Oh,
yeah. Go on ahead.
So
yeah.
he was the first thing he said, right? So he said when you're casting your standard cast, he said it's in the elbow. So he said the way it is, your phone's after ringing. He said you take it out of your pocket.
Yeah.
You're bringing it up to your ear.
Yeah.
You realise it's the missus and you're out fishing and you cancel.
Exactly. He says you bring it up to your ear.
Oh.
You realise it's herself. You don't want to talk to her. You put it back down.
So it's that pause at the top.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. That pause, man. That was fucking class, man. I'm
brilliant.
literally buzzing, man. I am mad to go fishing again.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely mad
Yeah.
to know, you know.
Now, the river fly fishing might be a little bit more stressful.
I was messing here the other day, showing Cooper a bit, and then I realised there's power lines in the back of my house. I was like, oh, I think we'll move away from there.
I know. Yeah. I don't know. You probably didn't notice, but a couple of times now I was casting and I could hear this behind me. I was hitting the fence. I was hitting the lake behind me, sir. To the other side.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'd be looking over. I said, Jesus Christ, there's something happened over there. And then I realised towards the end it was me. You know,
some lad there was pissed off.
There's some lad over in the corner saying, "That fucker, will you ever piss off, man? He's been near fish left in this corner."
And I had to laugh. Like, a lot of people were there, they're obviously very professional, and they were all had all their gear on, and me and you there were absolutely taking the piss out of each other. McGuire, are you going to catch on at all today?
Yeah, tin of beans.
Off. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I have to say, and I'm not one for giving you, George, in fairness, somebody said you were very, very good at your casting for a man that never done it before.
Well, the thing was, I suppose, the advantage that I did have is that I never casted really, both in standard or fly fishing. So I was completely blank.
Did you have
canvas.
a OT like?
Towards the end, I was happy. He was starting to show me that there's like a sea roll or something for sticking it over.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I was happy. I was happy because I had fucking visions, man, of getting tangled up and which I did a couple of times. But
Yeah.
no, I was happy enough. And I like that. It was. It's something that you can say that you always did. I want to get the kids back down.
Yes.
And get them out. Just even with I think that's a fantastic way for kid to be guaranteed to catch a fish, you know.
Yes, absolutely. And then of course they can start on the worm. You can
exactly,
can fish with worms down there. And again, all that's available on site as well. So you can fish for that.
Get them to learn how to handle a fish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, respect it. Yeah, definitely. Like, and they're big into that. You know, in fairness, they all use all barbless hooks. You know, the fish take priority at the end of the day. You know, it's all about correct handling of them and wet your hands before you handle it. The de-hook him, slide him back into the water. If you slide him back in and he turns upside down, you need to actually turn him up the right way because to become disoriented. That's something I'd never done in coarse fishing, never even heard of it, to be honest. But certainly you can see the difference it makes, and away they go. And
one of the fish, I have to be honest, you know, like the hook was fairly deep, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah.
It was one of the smaller fish that I caught.
Yeah.
And he nearly fucking swallowed it whole.
Yes, yeah.
Just the way he took it. And that, regardless of what people say, that's going to happen.
Oh,
George,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
You can't control that. Like.
So we were a little bit of a while getting it out because, you know what I mean, you're trying to be, you know, careful with the fish, obviously, and getting it out without damaging them and stuff like that. So he was a little bit longer out of the water than we obviously wanted. But first George brought him in and he was, you know, straight into the water and he was keeling over, and he held onto the tail of him, you know, and spun him back up, gave him a little kind of a gentle rocking back and forward.
Yeah.
And geez, he must have spent nearly fucking 2 minutes with him.
Good man.
And next thing,
boom, gone.
Unreal.
Yeah, that's deadly.
I was saying to myself, that fish, it's gone. Like,
gone, yeah. But no, deadly. No, 100%. That's great. It's great to see that. In fairness, it is. Another thing I meant to notice as well, right? Obviously, we caught, say, a fish ranging from probably, say, £9 down to £1.5 or whatever. Yeah. But like, I caught one there. I think it was maybe the second one on the big lake, and it was all at £2.5. Put up 3 times the fight of one that's £5 or £6.
Yeah, it's mad.
I couldn't believe it, man. It just took. I was there. Jeez, this thing is a monster.
And they'd be fucking splashing out of the water.
Up out of the water, bang down. Then the start come in. Then you get the net on, and they take off when they see the net. It's fucking deadly.
He reckons that they're like foxes, like lamb shy. You know, the minute they see the net, I don't like this thing.
Exactly. I'm getting the fuck out here. Yeah, it's mad. But no, it was absolutely class. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thanks to George. Thanks to Ned. Spring angling. Fair is coming up. Get down, check it all out. You'll see what it's all about.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's deadly. Yeah.
Right.
We're going to wrap it up in there shortly. Leinster House. Yeah. So
look, we're going Wednesday. So it's only 2 evenings away now. I think we're up there at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
I have to find out about parking and stuff like that. So we'll sort it out.
Yeah. We might be okay on that, I think.
Yeah. And yeah, look, we're looking forward to it. A bit nervous, obviously, because
of course, exactly. But, this is a big thing. This is not something we're used to as developers. I know we're used to talking shite, but usually in private. Yeah. So no, we're looking forward to going up.
And here we are now. We're meeting other lads who like to talk shite.
Exactly. We're all the one. Exactly. Yeah, definitely. No, so it'll be good. And so what we will say is, obviously, we have our list of questions and stuff compiled. We have taken heed of all the various questions that have been sent in, the recommendations from all the different people and clubs and associations and the whole lot. Obviously, we've a limited amount of time we can spend, so we've kind of comprised it into, I suppose, the main ones that we get similarities from the largest number of people. So we're going to be certainly asking them all those, and then you will hear the results of that on our next podcast.
Yeah, so we've kind of formulated questions. We're going to dictate as the answers come in what James or another wants to answer to it.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he'll let us record or not.
Yes.
But if he does, we will. For dictation purposes.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, we're looking forward to it, and hopefully this could be the start of something, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's most definitely not going to be the end of something or the solution to something, and
no,
we're certainly not proposing to wave a magic wand, and we're
no,
you know what I mean. But we're hoping that we'll spark something, you know.
Exactly. We want to go up, ask the questions, and just let them know that there is an awful lot of people that want answers. So, and
just one thing, I think Norman actually just messaged us there before we kicked off, and he was saying that he's friends all over the world who tune into the podcast, you know. Which we follow in, you know, different countries and stuff like that, and like a couple of people in the States, some high profile clients, as he says himself.
Yeah.
who are mad into the podcast.
I love to hear that.
And I can't remember the other one. It's 2 places in America, and he says, but that's just isn't it?
Like, I can't believe, we're not making it up. They're there for anyone to see. Like, number 4 in South Africa, like, that's mad. Like, do you know what I mean?
And what do you think of the number 1?
Number 1, man. I had a load of people, even work colleagues and stuff, who follow us on Instagram, contact us tomorrow and say, "Jeez, lads, that's a fair achievement. Congratulations." And it is, and I think big up to ourselves. Fuck it.
Yeah, look at it. I think we
put in a lot of work.
Get a lot of fucking slag and a lot of this, I suppose. And I think that probably highlights. Number 1 in the Apple Podcasts in Ireland hobbies.
There you go.
We touch off that over in the UK. The way it goes is when we release a podcast, we get a spike, obviously, and then other podcasts get their spike, and so we're constantly in and out of that top 10 slot.
Top 10 slot, like, which is fair going for 2 weeks.
Oh, Jesus!
Having a clue what we're doing.
You know what I mean? And so like to be number 1 on the like. Bigger than the BBC, as we said.
Bigger than the BBC, man. Who would have thought? There you go.
Put that in perspective. Like, there's BBC garden show, like, it's huge. Like, because I know a lot of horticulturists who would follow that and all them type of garden shows. You know what I'm saying on the TV and stuff. And for a hunting and fishing podcast to be up there in amongst that, even and
an Irish one. Which is brilliant. So for all our listeners around the world, I can't even believe I'm saying that, but that is the fact. For all our listeners, thanks a million. I hope you're enjoying it, and we'll keep doing what we can, and
we're hoping to bring more of that international flavour on. We have, as I say, we've Hunt and Steph, which is Nordic. I think is the we're hoping that'll I suppose
broadcast
for the audience over there, and I think we've Billy Halverson. I think is I know she's very busy, but she's agreed to come on in the next couple of weeks as well. So and I can't wait. Like, that's a rodeo girl. I think it's a cowgirl. I think I got the term right.
Yeah, we are now. I can't give too much away, and I don't want to say too much in case. But how would I put it? We're in talks with someone who has maybe a certain hunting related show on maybe a certain, Netflix or equivalent.
Yeah.
And we're in talks. We're trying to get it to happen. So
we're squeezing arms.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So that might happen. Before we wrap up, I just want to say as well, we have been talking to a few different, I suppose, suppliers and stuff. We are hoping to bring a segment to the podcast in the next 3 weeks, and it's going to be Let's Talk Gear. So of course, coming up, we're not too far away from the hunting season, and obviously we're in the midst of the fishing season, so we're going to be bringing different products, different brands that'll acquire to a lot of different people, whether it's rifles, certain ammunition, scopes, whether it's fishing tackle, X, Y, and Z. We're going to do an honest review on it. And we're hoping to bring that into the podcast. So anyone that's out there that has something that they reckon is worth a shout out, get in contact.
Yeah, look, I think that you said it all there. I think there's from everything from mounts to scopes to guns and stuff like that. So and to even to gear,
Yes.
We've had people kind of touching on wanting us to review stuff, and we just wanted to make it kind of probably a little bit more like our news slot, ultra professional.
Ultra professional. Well, I tell you what it is. It's fucking honest.
It's honest, absolutely. Yeah, look, that's what it'll be.
Yeah, exactly.
And it'll be in Irish hunting podcast style. It'll be just nice and relaxed,
back.
And it'll be. We won't be claiming to be experts on it. We'll just give our opinion on
what we think of it. Exactly. Yeah. So happy days. Shane, we'll wrap her up.
Wrap her up, Brenny.
Stay tuned. Next week again, we will have the review of our trip to Leinster House.
That's a big one.
So tune in. That'll be on our next podcast, which will be episode 30.
30. Wow.
Yeah. It's all happening.
Hell, man.
It's all happening, man.
30 episodes. Who would have thought?
Honest to God, 30 episodes. That's what one of the lads in work was there the other day. He says, Jess, I must check it out. And he went on and he started scrolling. He said, the Lord Jesus Christ, how do you do any work at all? And he says, sure, I'm just class.
Yeah. Just like that 500-yard shot.
Like that 500-yard shot. What's planned this weekend? Have you acting on this weekend? Nothing interesting?
What do I have? No, the young fella has a fail a competition on Friday. He was called up to the 15s, I think. I don't know what I was telling you.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan, if you're listening, well done, buddy.
Come on, Ryan.
He plays under 13, so it's a big deal. He plays a little bit with 14s, and so he's ultra proud of himself, as he should be.
Man. Jesus, fair play to him, yeah.
So yeah, he's a busy weekend, and with sport, with all the kids will have matches Saturday and Sunday. So, but I'm hoping to get out. I want to do, actually, the evens are given lovely this week.
Oh, are they?
Yeah,
nice
weather and stuff. Very little rain.
Fishing.
So, well, I want to do a little bit more fox shooting, if I'm being honest.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, exactly.
There's a couple.
Yes.
There's a couple of farmers who have asked me. I think I said to you last week.
Mm-hmm.
They're having. There was one fox out waiting for a sheep to and he had to pull him in. So, so yeah, like that. I just wanted to try and keep on top of that.
Yeah. Fucking hell, that's hard. We were out. Actually, I meant to say we were out Friday night and out for half the night and nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Nope. Nothing. So yeah.
Hopefully, look at a little bit. And we've rabbits to get as well, man.
I know, man. Need to get the finger out. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. We need to get going.
Articles to write for Rural Pursuits.
You know, exactly. Yeah. Well, you were going to do the one for the Irish Hunting Podcast, I think, are you?
Oh, am I? Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You're very good at writing. Well, I find like four of them to do.
Spell, man.
Get Avril to sit there beside you. She can do it for you.
I have to get out and do something to Warren speaking about it. That's my
I know. It's just that, but we'll get out.
We'll do.
We're going to do Night in the Rabbits now.
Night in the Rabbits. We'll probably do that this week, will we?
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we will.
Yeah.
And to tell you, I'm going to set one more challenge. Fuck it. If I don't set challenges, we won't fucking do it. Me and you in May, down to Kong, fishing for salmon, fly fishing. Fuck it.
Perfect.
We're doing it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. May. Yeah? Love to do that, man.
Yeah.
Love to do that. We'll do it.
We'll have to do it now before my missus gives birth, maybe. Oh, to do the gender reveal as well.
Oh, the gender reveal. Avril, she's just so selfish. Like, it's just we have a podcast to be doing here.
Look, I might ask her just to put that off there for another couple of weeks.
Exactly. Like you didn't plan this very good. That's all I'm saying.
No, look,
you just didn't plan this very good.
Look, like most things in my life, Freddie, he's just.
No, it'll be brilliant, man. It'll be absolutely class. It'll be deadly. So we need to get out and get some stuff done.
So that's salmon fishing. We have that right, and Rob has laid down the clay pigeon challenge. So it's yourself and probably Ross, I'd say, will it?
Me and Ross, yeah. Who?
Rob.
Never heard of her.
No, Rob.
Never heard of her.
I tell you,
he's going to slap the head off me now.
It's getting to the stage, right? I don't know him really myself either.
Rob's his own old skin. Yeah, sure, we may, man. Sure, look, there's that much stuff to do, you know. No, I'll bring Ross. Yeah, Ross will be right up for that.
Okay.
Ross,
let's do it.
Chat to Ross as well. Ross going to maybe start bringing us a little bit of stuff. He's going to be big into his target tune and stuff, so he'll be bringing us a bit of content on the social media. Exactly. Yeah. So it should be deadly.
Yeah. So that wraps up another.
That wraps her up. I'm in CQMS this weekend down in Tullamore. You know that big show.
The big show. Yeah.
Yeah. Be down there Saturday.
Oh, it's all day Saturday, is it?
All day Saturday, man. Yeah. Can't wait. Nah. I know, that's shocking. Yeah. So, it's different when you're working out, but anyway.
Yeah, and come here, that'll be a late one, will it?
I don't know what time it starts. I don't know what time the gates open it. I'll be down Friday. I'll bring the young lad down Friday. Of course, we have a big stand at it. And then I'll bring the young lad down Friday. And then Saturday, I'm working at it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be my plan. There won't be much fishing or shooting done this weekend.
No. So whatever shooting you're going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might even hit the canal for a pike, will we?
Yeah, when? This week?
Oh, yes. He's fucking
evens.
Training.
Why don't we get the fly rods and we'll see what the fly rods. No, we'll do something. We'll do something now.
Yeah.
We'll do fucking. We'll go after rabbits. No, fuck. We'll go after rabbits. We'll get out. This broke.
You can see how planned this podcast is.
This be shocking.
We shoot or we fish. We do both. We do it all.
Fuck it. We do it with one hand while we're doing the podcast.
We're already now on fucking Tuesday nearly, and
okay, a minute can I squeeze into this week? Yeah. So look it. We'll do something between now and then. On you.
That's the beauty of the foxes and the rabbits, because we can go out when everyone's in bed and all the stuff is done.
Exactly.
So I think that's what we'll do.
That's
rabbits,
what we'll
do. And sure, like we might even throw the bigger rifles in the.
Yes.
Well, you've your 1.7, you can pop foxes anyway.
Which exactly. Yeah, which would be ideal. Yeah, and get the 2 out as well.
Yeah,
beauty. She'd be sweet as. Happy days. That's it. We'll wrap it up. Have a good week, folks, and stay safe.
Over and out, guys.
Over and out. Take her handy.